You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam.
Oh, I should turn my mic on.
That would help. Yep.
If you've been trying to win $1,000 and you haven't won yet, don't give up because some people, it's weird. Some people win on the very first try. Some people, it takes them like 10 times,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really the luck of the draw.
And maybe your luck's on a Friday.
Yeah, it could be this morning. It could be right now. You got until 7 a.m. to get this hour's keyword in to score $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. And the keyword is bills. As in, use this money and pay off some damn bills.
Yep.
Go to 1059thebrew.com right now. As soon as you get there, a box will pop up. Type in that keyword and then keep an eye on your phone because we could call you back within minutes with $1,000.
Ow.
Drew's got sports next. What do you have?
Bengals and Ravens light up the night on Thursday Night Football. We'll tell you who won right at the very end.
That is coming up right after Guns N' Roses. Happy Friday. It's Portland's Rock Station. 1059 The Brew, Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Here's Drew.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Last night, you guys, football, some people aren't into sports, and I totally get that. Last night was a marvel to where it really doesn't matter if you're into it or not. Joe Burrow threw 4 touchdowns last night. Lamar Jackson also threw 4 touchdowns last night.
Oh my God!
2 people's arms threw almost over 700 yards. Completely ridiculous. Jamar Chase had 3 touchdowns himself, but this thing came right down to the wire. Now the Bengals scored last, and it seemed like whoever was going to score last would win, but they were just going to tie this game, so they went for 2. They do feel like there was some holding on that 2-point conversion, but they did not get it, and Lamar Jackson and the Ravens win 35-34. Brutal to throw for almost 450 yards yourself and not win a game, but they cover the spread for us, baby. We go to 80% after the game. Lamar talked about battling with Burrow.
I just know that's a great quarterback over there. It's a lot of great quarterbacks in the league, not just us two. And it's a divisional game. I just know it's gonna be a dog fight regardless, because he got dog in him.
He does have dog in him. Also, wish we had a little bit more dog in our Blazers last night. They blew it against the Spurs as they were looking good early, but just fell apart late. 118-105 theirs. They're still trying to figure out exactly what that puzzle looks like. There's your sports.
Think about how great the weekend would be if you won $1,000 this morning, just right before the weekend kicks off, an extra G in your pocket.
Nice. That'd be real nice.
Man, I would love that. This hour's keyword, you've got until 7 a.m. to get the keyword in, is bills. So log on right now, 1059thebrew.com. As soon as you get there, a little box will pop up. Type in the keyword bills, and then all you have to do after that is keep it on your cell phone. If you see a weird number, pick it up. We've got Disturbed tickets in about an hour. Happy Friday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Things got pretty intense on the Donkey Show yesterday. It was awkward in the studio. People felt offended, I guess. Offended, maybe a little let down.
Yeah.
A little hurt. There were cast members on the show that were hurt by the way they were treated in this room.
I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far, but okay.
Yeah, just devastated.
Yesterday during the Donkey Show podcast, a very awkward moment happened. I wanted to play it for you. This happened just yesterday afternoon, right after the show, right?
Yes. Yes,
Here it is.
correct.
Good morning.
I just want to say something real quick.
Yes.
This has nothing to do with anything. Just an observation. Tanner, right before we started this podcast, was like, "Hey, Court, did you cut your hair?" And Court's like, "No, I just trimmed my beard a little bit. I cut 5 inches off of my hair like a week and a half ago. Nobody said
Hold on.
That's not true.
Well, I asked you about your hair.
Laura, Drew said something, and I didn't say anything because I figured Drew took it for me.
I was in here. Nobody said anything.
He did.
Casey said, after like 2 hours of the show, Casey said, "Did you cut your hair?" I was like, "Yeah." And then Drew walked in maybe half an hour later and was like, "When'd you cut your hair?" And I just figured that Casey had said something to him.
And then you're leaving out the part where you told me when you got it cut the day before, and then I said it looked good. How was that not
Nobody
checking
said
the
it
box?
looked good.
Well, I will admit.
Nobody said it looked
nothing.
good.
You're deaf to compliments.
I will admit, because I remember him saying it, Laura. I remember him saying it.
Drew did say it,
I
but
said
it was
nothing.
late. It was
late.
after, and I was
said
like,
nothing. I
nobody's-
say nice things to you all the time. I don't need to tell you about your hair.
I feel like if a guy tells you something like that, on the first day, we've done really good.
Exactly.
Really,
Can I be
really
honest
good.
with you?
But
Didn't
it's-
even notice until Drew said something.
I know. I totally
But
didn't
it's
either.
just hilarious because you noticed when Court trimmed his beard.
I just noticed something was different, and I just assumed it was his
It
haircut.
was because he was so disheveled yesterday.
I
Now
know.
he's
Yeah,
clean and
yeah.
he's got
It's like,
Mowed
oh,
the
you
lawn.
shaved.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, mowed the lawn.
Yeah.
That's all I did.
But you're right, Laura. In your defense, and I thought about it, like, did she notice that I didn't say anything about her hair? Because I
did.
intentionally didn't, because I don't know why I didn't. I just felt weird about it.
Well,
Like,
I can chime in here. I know why you didn't. It's because when there's multiple men in the room and there's a woman that somebody's going to compliment and nobody is involved with that woman romantically,
Right.
that compliment to all the other males in the room is just assumed that, yeah, we were in on that, because he wouldn't have said it if he didn't trust us enough to know that we weren't going to bag on him later.
yeah, like I just
So that's
kind of
all
thought
our
Drew was
compliment.
speaking for both of us, or all of us.
Yeah, but I feel like anytime, like if you get a haircut, I'll be like, oh, hey, you got a haircut.
Not last
or whatever.
time. You didn't say a thing to me.
Because-
And maybe that's a little bit of why I didn't say anything this
Because
time.
you walked in
Payback time.
immediately and took off your hat and was like, hey, do you think it's too short on
That
top?
was the time before this last time, but this last time you didn't say anything.
Okay.
I
well,
remember, because
my
I was waiting
bad.
for the compliment and I never
My
heard
bad. Well, I think 5 inches and a trim. When you're wearing a hat every day.
it. Don't say 5 inches and look directly at me. That's
5 inches. That's average.
I wish.
That feels decent. This will make you feel better, though. Amy will go get her haircut on a Saturday morning where I have paid for the haircut, like okayed this massive payment, and watched all of our kids while she's there. And she'll walk in the door from something I know is happening, and I'll forget to comment on the hair. Like,
is it because you genuinely don't notice,
no,
or is
I'm a
it
dude.
because
I just like grapes in the fridge.
Yeah.
I do notice things like that.
dude.
I usually do notice things like that. I'm pretty good at that stuff.
Yeah.
I admit I didn't
And
notice it that day.
I'm not
with your hair.
offended. By the way, I just want to say I'm not offended by it, but I think it's just funny that like Court made the slightest change to his face, and you're like, "Did you get a haircut, bro?"
Yeah.
Well, I find him very handsome.
Sure.
I mean, he is.
Who does?
And his
strikingly
beard
handsome,
does look very nice.
So
just
what
saying.
day was the haircut?
It was the
Like
by
last,
the way-
last
I can't
something
remember.
last week?
It was
Can I just say this
I think
finally?
it was 2 weeks ago.
because I feel like she's gonna never let us forget it if we don't. I love your new haircut. How much you cut off?
Thanks.
5 inches?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
It looks
Yes.
great. I didn't
Thanks.
catch it right away, but as soon as Drew said something, I went, "Oh, I see it. It looks great." But he already said something, so I didn't feel like
So
being
you
the-
didn't say anything.
I also think that you were a beautiful
Well,
woman.
you're gonna. She
Yeah, no,
she
it's
only
fine.
manifested
It's
it for
fine.
2 weeks. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
Well, because after a certain point, I'm like, there's no use saying anything about it.
I think
because,
it's
like,
grown out now.
yeah, right. And it's time for another haircut.
Sure. I did not notice at all, and I think part of the reason why I didn't notice is that
All the women in the sales pit that were like, "You got your
yeah,
haircut!"
right.
Like,
But I think the reason why I didn't notice is it's still long enough that it sits on your shoulders, and
Yeah.
so like, and most like before when it was 5 inches longer, it kind of sat on your shoulders and then went down your back.
Yeah.
So really, you
Yeah.
mostly
Like,
look the same.
If you came in here with a Karen cut,
like a pixie or something.
yeah,
it'd
we'd be
more
saying,
noticeable.
we'd be noticing
If
that.
you'd cut it a little shorter and, quote unquote, ruined it, then we would have all noticed.
Yeah, see, and that's what. And I thought for a minute, I was like, maybe they're not saying anything because they don't like it. Because men, I know Drew for one, he likes longer hair. Like with his girls and stuff, he's talked about how if they ever cut their hair off, he's gonna be sad and whatever. So I'm like, maybe they just don't like it, so they thought they were being polite by not saying anything about it.
I felt like I had reached my limit of compliments for you in the last couple of days.
fair
and
enough.
I
You're
didn't
like,
need to
I've
add to
given
it.
you too many
Yeah.
already.
Like,
It's
she
hard
was-
to get your head out the door when it's that big.
She was sad about something, and I was like, like when you're just trying to support a friend. Like she does the same thing to me, whatever. But
you hit your quota.
I hit my quota, and I was
Yeah.
like, you know what?
That's
I'm
enough.
done saying nice things for her
It's a
today.
new month though,
Getting
so we can
sappy
start
in
over.
here.
But your hair looks very nice, and I do
I
mean
didn't
that.
need that, but I just thought it was funny.
But I mean it, and I want to say it.
Thank you.
Well,
I
anything
appreciate
at
Take a
the-
compliment, Laura.
I can't.
feel like
I don't know
at the
how.
shoulder is that's a pretty decent length. Asking anyone to have anything longer than that's pretty Rapunzel. It's up to you at that point where you want to go with your hair.
So that was yesterday during the Donkey Show podcast, and
Yeah,
wow, it was. I'm glad that she got it off her chest. I think it was hurting her.
yeah,
And I think we talked enough about your hair to never mention it again.
yeah. Now we've gotten that out of the way.
What are the chances we forget next time?
Oh, 100%.
No, we're not gonna
No.
forget.
No, that's hopeful thinking. I like that.
You got beautiful hair, Laura Hall.
Thank you.
So stop bitching that we don't say it enough. Oh,
My life is bread.
I thought this.
My love
You
is pure.
and him are in cahoots.
Your version was way better.
He's all take it from here. James Fun, everybody.
I got you.
Smile to me
Well, there you
on
go.
the
If you want to
subway.
see Laura's beautiful haircut, we're gonna actually. I'm gonna take a picture of it right now, and we're gonna put it on our Instagram so you can show off that do, because it does look good. I
I'm wearing
actually.
a hat.
Oh well, that's your fault.
You're beautiful.
I'm sure
I can't win.
Your hat hair is beautiful.
Thank you.
That's true.
That's true. Look at that ring around her head now because of a hat.
Like a bull's head on it.
All right. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at 1059 The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Now, what's trending?
Yesterday, we learned from Laura that Ray Gunn, the Australian breakdancer who did like that kangaroo thing during the Olympics, she, has decided to leave competitive breakdancing. Well, now we have the audio to accompany that story. It's just her saying that she's done doing it and she's just going to do it at home with her husband.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like on the kitchen floor or whatever.
Sure, right. In
But
the
here's-
backyard to entertain guests, perhaps.
Yeah.
Negative.
Here's Rachel Ray Gunn Ray. Or sorry, Rachel Ray Gunn Gunn.
I still break, but
Yeah.
I don't compete.
You
I'm
won't
not going to
compete again.
compete anymore. No.
Was
No.
that ever?
No.
What was the thoughts going into the Olympics? Was it to keep doing this?
Yeah,
forever?
I was going to keep competing for sure, but that seems really difficult thing for me to do now to approach a battle.
No. What is that accent?
Why would it be difficult now? I believe it was difficult at all times for you.
Yeah, and also, don't you think that after you faced so much ridicule, that would just fuel your passion, and you'd be like, "I'm gonna show the world
overcome
that
it.
I really can
Get
break
good.
dance."
Yeah, get good.
No, she's just giving up.
No. What is that? I hate that accent.
That's deep.
No.
That seems like
That's Australian.
It sounds. Well, you got to think Australia's huge.
That's true.
So
I mean,
we
there's
don't
different
Yeah,
sound-
which part? Which part of Australia?
No
That's like
idea.
that's got to be like white trash Australia.
It sounds like
No.
deep Australia.
Good lord.
She's from the middle, and nobody lives in the middle.
Because people in the Northwest and the
Right.
South don't sound the same.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
still break, but I don't compete.
You
I'm
won't
not
compete
going to
again.
compete anymore. No.
No.
Was that
No.
ever, what was the thoughts going
I
into
like the
Olympics?
Australian
I
accent.
can't even do it.
Yeah, I was
It
going to
was?
steep. I was going to.
All right. Well.
I like the Australian accent. I don't like hers.
No, I don't like the Australian accent. It's British or bust.
I feel like, but
Yeah.
British and Australian are so close.
Well, it's just like
I
the
can
poor
tell.
man's version.
I can tell right away.
It's definitely
No.
the Wish version of it, British.
Okay.
But
Are we still,
I mean, a didgeridoo really, though, brings it all together, though.
yeah, I'll take the didgeridoo, but I'm never going to that country.
I can't believe
don't like
you.
the
Why,
accent.
because spiders?
I think
Spiders,
Sydney
really.
would
It's
be pretty
not.
sweet.
The people
Yeah.
seem to be fine. They seem to be really nice, but yeah, it's the accent. Or sorry, not the accent. It's the spiders.
And the koalas.
The accent is a bit annoying, though. I will say. I'd go
Yeah.
around their country going, "No, what's the bathroom? No."
Whatever, you would come back with an Australian accent.
Oh, I'm sure it comes quick. It's like Texas. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
lays right on you.
Yeah.
But no, I'm never going just because of the bugs. That's the reason.
spiders are what
That's
you're
the
worried
only
about.
reason I ain't going.
And because you might get chlamydia from a koala bear.
It's true. Their koala bears do have chlamydia.
And they're so cuddly looking. It's hard not to get close.
Yeah, exactly.
You can check
It's
out
a
those-
trap!
It is a trap. You can check out the stories online at. Thank you. A little bit late, but that's fine. You can check out the stories at 1059thebrew.com. Coming up here around 7:30, we've got comedian Rachel Feinstein in studio. She's going to be at Helium this weekend. We'll actually see if she makes it. Sometimes we tease the comedians and
Yeah,
they don't
you never
show
know.
up.
Yeah, let's hope.
I have faith this morning. Your next chance to win $1,000 in cash from the Cash Squatch, though, is coming up next. Be a pretty nice way to kick off the weekend. A keyword's going to play right after Zeppelin. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes.
All right, coming up in a little bit, we got comedian Rachel Feinstein in studio. She's going to be at Helium this weekend, but around 7:30, she should be in here. We'll talk to her. Coming up next, though, we're going to play the 4 and get somebody qualified for a brand new Lazy Boy.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you would like a new Lazy Boy recliner, you're going to play the 4, and we just need callers 1 through 4 right now. 866-445-1059 is the phone number. We will play that game for your chance right after Blind Melon. Happy Friday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back.
Do you know of a family in need this year for the holidays? Maybe a family that wasn't expecting to have a Christmas because they just, they got to buy food. They got to pay for clothes. They got to pay for rent or their mortgage.
Yeah.
It's more important to stay inside.
Right. If you know of a family that's struggling, let us know about them because we want to help them out. Breaking and Entering Christmas, our fourth Breaking and Entering Christmas is coming up here, and you have until December 1st to nominate that family in need at 1059thebrew.com. What we are going to do once we choose a family is shop specifically for that family. So the more information you can give us, the better. You know, how many kids they've got, what their interests are, the sizes, if you can get them, because we're going to buy clothes and stuff. Also, Mattress World is stepping up and is hooking us up with mattresses for the entire family.
Which is amazing. Even just one mattress will set you back. So to have mattresses for the entire family, that's huge.
Lazy Boy stepped up and we'll hook up a recliner for the living room. So if, like at Bacon and Beer, we gave the recliner away to a family that had a baby, like a 9-month-old, and they had another one on the way.
On the way, yep.
So that's a perfect family to get the Lazy Boy.
Yeah.
Maybe this family's in the same situation. I don't know, but you got to tell us about them at 1059thebrew.com.
Everybody deserves a break. You fall on hard times, and sometimes you just need a little nudge, or you need something fortunate to happen to just make you feel like your luck turned around. So those people are begging for this.
Yeah, and McLaughlin Chevrolet also stepped up to hook us up with a ton of cash to buy those gifts. So, nominate a family. You can't nominate like your own family that you live with.
Yeah, it can't be within the household.
Yeah, but if you're a grandma or whatever and you don't live with them, that's fine. 1059thebrew.com, do it. Oh, first off, hold on. Before we play the four, one of our contestants just hung up while I was talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Apparently, they don't like Christmas.
Prepaid minutes might have run out.
This is very true. So we actually need one more person.
Okay.
And
so that's a chance to get your feet up.
Right. And this person still won't know what line they're on.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
866-445-1059. And we'll play this here now.
And now, Tanner, Drew, and Laura's The Four. Brought to you by Lazy Boy. Oh boy, now it means so much more. Listeners, make ready.
That sounds very robotic. And we will play this game now.
We will
like
play.
A robot, like a radio robot.
We're not even real.
Surprise. And now the weather, it is cold as balls.
That's what you'll get eventually.
All right. Oh, here we go. Here's our contestant that our new one that we haven't met yet.
Newbie.
Is this Michael?
It is.
All right, Michael. Good morning. Make sure that radio's turned off. This is stuff I usually say off the air. Make sure that radio's turned off. Okay.
And no cursing, Michael.
And no cursing. Michael, where are you from?
Hillsboro.
All right. Happy Friday to you. Let's meet our other contestants calling from St. Helens. This guy's name is Flabio.
Flob.
What's up, Flobs?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man.
I'm calling from Salem, by the way.
Okay.
Nice. Well, Flabio, have you ever told anyone that's your name and not caught a sideways look?
No, I moved around a lot as a kid. I always got the sideways look.
Okay.
Flabio on the run.
Let's meet our
I think it's Flavio with a
it's a V?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
man, I
think
like
it's
the
Flav.
Flabio's much better.
Sorry.
Enunciate,
No,
Flab.
sorry,
to
dude.
burst your bubble.
Flavio.
But,
It's Flabio from here on out.
Yeah.
All right, let's meet our next contestant calling from Clackamas. His name is Jason with an I. That's not weird at all. Good morning, Jason.
on?
Good morning.
Jason, what's up, dude? And our next contestant is calling from, this person's calling from St. Helens, I think. His name is Travis. Good morning, Travis.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, gang. Hey, gang.
Spelled with a Y or?
Yeah, exactly. It ends in Y.
All right, for the people who don't know how to play the game, Drew, explain how it's played before we get into it.
4 contestants, 4 different phone lines. They're going to take turns eliminating each other just by calling out a phone line. Well, the problem is you don't know what line you're on. You could eliminate your neighbor. You could eliminate yourself. When one remains, you're qualified for a brand new Lazy Boy.
Let's play the 4. Let's go to Let's go to Flabio first. Flabio.
Flabs.
Flobs. Flobs McGriff.
Let's go.
Which line should we
Let's go with
eliminate
line
first? He's going to go with what?
Line 4.
Line 4?
Yeah.
Flabio, you just eliminated yourself.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
It's a huge belly flob.
I was the belly flob. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a real comeback story, but no.
Yeah, no, he flobbed it. All right, we got to let you go, my friend. Thank you for playing. Let's go to Michael. Michael, which line should we eliminate next?
Let's go with 1.
Line 1 is what Michael's going with. Michael, you just eliminated Travis.
Oh, no. Not Travie.
The only normal spelling name outside of yourself, Michael's gone.
Let's go back to Jason with an I, which again is not weird at all. Jason, which line should we eliminate for the win?
Let's go line 3.
Line 3 is what he's going with. Jason, you just eliminated Michael. Congratulations, Jason, you're qualified.
Michael. Oh, damn.
Oh, good job, Jason.
Congratulations, Michael. You just, Jason.
Jay Ison.
Jay Ison, you just got yourself qualified for a brand new Lazy Boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, rest in comfort, my friend.
Rest in comfort.
Oh, that is so good.
Look at that.
We're
You should
gonna pass
you
that
should
right
share that
over
with
to the
Lazy
Lazy Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Got a
got
new
us
slogan.
paid. I think you just got me an extra free pillow.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait.
Hang on the phone. We'll get your information and we will hook you up at that Lazy Boy possibly here in a little bit. We do this every Friday, obviously, and you have another chance to win at 1059thebrew.com or to just come to our bacon and beer parties.
Oh, yeah.
Because Lazy Boy was cool enough to step it up and give us a Lazy Boy to give away at every one of the parties. So,
which could not be better.
Coming up in a few minutes, comedian Rachel Feinstein's going to be in the studio. Super excited to meet her. She is so damn funny. That will be next. Hang on.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
It's Drew's Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, still trying to pick up the pieces for the Portland Trail Blazers as they're not able to get the job done against the San Antonio Spurs last night. 118-105 the final there, which was hoping that they'd be able to turn the corner. I mean, Greg Popovich, the coach, is out for the Spurs, and their team is kind of reeling, but they made it look like they were head taller than we were when it came to talent. Now, the Burrow and Lamar Jackson battle was everything it was supposed to be. 4 touchdowns for Burrow and almost 450 yards, and another 4 touchdowns for Lamar Jackson, throwing 3 of those in the fourth quarter. All that said, Burrow still had a chance to win it right at the end as they went for 2. Now, we had the Bengals +6. If the Ravens were up 7. When the Bengals scored, we were in the money if they went for 2, because no matter what, it's not going to get back to that kind of a lead in just a couple of seconds. They went for 2, but secretly I wanted those Bengals to get it. But they didn't take them down 35-34. Afterwards, Lamar Jackson talked about the battle with Burrow.
I just know that's a great quarterback over there. It's a lot of great quarterbacks in the league, not just us two. And it's a divisional game. I just know it's gonna be a dog fight regardless, because he got dog in him.
Say what you want about Patrick Mahomes. He is in the same conference as both of these guys. And every year in the playoffs, at some point, you run into either Burrow or Jackson, the top guys in the league. So Mahomes always wins, but he's going against top talent. There's your sports.
All right, this hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch to help pay for your bills, or maybe you want to get a big Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe you just want to get a bunch of lottery tickets and scratch it this weekend and get wild.
You can do that nice. Too.
The keyword is win, W-I-N. Go to 1059thebrew.com right now. It takes less than 30 seconds, and you could score yourself $1,000. That's win to 1059thebrew.com. All right, coming up next, she's going to be at Helium Comedy Club this weekend, but we're going to have her in studio right after Metallica. Rachel Feinstein, super funny. We'll be on with this in minutes. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on 1059 The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, she's going to be at Helium Comedy Club this weekend, but she's in studio with us first. We got her first. Suck it, Helium. Ian's in here from Helium.
He's like, what? I just got up.
Oh, you had her last night? Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah,
she
man.
did beat
All right,
him.
we
Yeah,
got
they
a
did beat him.
second, though.
Yeah. Rachel Feinstein's in studio. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in. I think you are lovely. You are freaking hilarious.
Oh, thank you. I needed these compliments.
Yeah, we try and butter you up
My
early.
husband does not compliment. I just asked him if I looked okay the other day. He goes, denim? And I'm like, you can't scream like fabric.
Like, is that your choice this morning? Denim?
He goes, denim? I'm like, no, that's not enough. I need more than that.
Right. Yeah. What's a good compliment? Like, what are you expecting
Well, you
from your
just
husband?
said that was a finely crafted compliment. I'll replay it today. I'm going to utilize that.
I'll
I'm
send
going to
you a
run
link.
on that. Yeah.
It's a self-esteem booster.
All I have that because all I'm going to come home to is just polyester spandex. Yeah. that's inapplicable. I can't use that.
Your stand-up is so relatable. I was watching some stuff, I think, before you were married.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about how it was tough finding dudes because there's just so many princes out there. It's hard to choose from.
Not that I'm a prize myself. Thank you so much.
Our lovely Laura is
desperately looking for love.
She's looking for love. She's not desperately looking for love.
Was that a wrong way of
She's just
saying it?
Oh, yeah, you can't say that.
She's one step under desperately looking for love. But she,
It's a great bumbleheading.
Frantic.
One step under active desperation.
Yeah.
One step above active
But there's just the dating pool isn't great, she says. So is that the same experience for you?
Yes, I mean, not saying that I'm a prize either. I'm well aware I bring my own cocktail of problems to the table. But yeah, I mean, also I tend to go for, I just zoom past every red flag. Yeah.
Me too. I'm
Yeah.
like,
No worries.
ooh.
I like
I
a
love
throbbing
red.
alcoholic just right before rehab. Just that last stretch, that last 24 hours.
Yeah, so you're an alcoholic and you've done prison.
No, I'm not. Yeah, that's what I love. Exactly.
Yeah, you like
I love
that in a man.
alcoholics. Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I
Just
think
a working class, kind of dusty guy that's red eyed and traumatized. Anyone want to come to my late shows?
And so when you found, where'd you meet your husband at?
My husband and I just think I turned
You just probably turned yourself down.
I'm just a woman. I can't do these buttons. I'm so confused. Yeah, so my husband and I were set up actually. I was going
really?
to
Nice,
I was
though.
going to steakhouses.
An
to look for
arranged,
men,
an
but-
arranged.
What? You were going to steakhouses to look for
Well,
men?
because you know
I
they've
was
got
in a dark
money.
place. Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I can see that.
do you know why I was going to steakhouse? This is so embarrassing.
'Cause they're
Why?
rich.
Patty Stanger, that ludicrous woman,
Oh,
like
yeah,
the millionaire
yeah,
matchmaker.
yeah.
Is, like she said that you could find a man in a steakhouse.
And if you don't find a
Also-
man, you can at least fill up on dinner
Delicious.
rolls.
A delicious
Yeah,
fillet.
lots of
Food.
potato or something when it doesn't work out.
Yeah, also around the time there was her and this other matchmaker I was watching, the other matchmaker's husband was clearly just throbbingly gay. And I'm like, why was I listening to her? Her husband's like, his worst nightmare would have been to lie with her.
Can we please make a note, and that can be the title of today's episode, please? Throbbingly gay. I think that should be the title of today's episode. I love that.
Meanwhile, I'm following all of her instructions. She's like, I'll tell you what men want. Men want you to bake them a big cake and bring it to them on the very first day. I'm like, that
Is this
sounds
1957?
insane,
Yeah,
right?
that sounds.
that does.
I would
Yeah,
think
no
that this lady
thanks.
is crazy if
No
she brought me a
thanks.
birthday.
Right? You'd be like, it is full of lithium. This is a lithium
Yeah,
pie.
This is a trick.
The steakhouse makes kind of sense. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a sideways move, you know, but who's going to be in there? Not a guy who can't pay the bill.
Yeah,
like
Exactly.
you just
Businessman.
sit at the bar rail with a martini and see who wanders in, right? I mean, come on.
That's what I was doing. But the thing is, I wanted to meet somebody so much that it was just, speaking of pulsing with desperation, that was my vibe. And I think
Yeah.
I kind of freaked out the large office parties of men that were just, I was sort of like leering and rocking. At
Well,
the
I do
bar.
feel like guys can tell when there's somebody like on the prowl, and it's just a
Yeah.
little. The desperation, you can smell it.
Not
you know?
a great look.
Because
Yeah.
I was going through the
Perfume
same
doesn't
thing.
cover it well.
I was struggling. I was like, why can't I? You know, and I'm still single. Like, and I was like, why can't I find anybody?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized it's because I'm ugly and fat.
No, you're neither. You're
Digress.
No, but like,
You're even a pound overweight. You're
they
a very
just
nice looking man. Come on
sniffed
now.
out the
But,
desperation.
you know, like it's just like, yeah, you can smell it because like when you're sad and you go out and you're trying to like make yourself feel better, it
Yes.
just makes you sadder.
Isn't that
and
wrong?
then you
That's
can
not
like tell.
fair. That's so unfair. You
Yeah.
know, like the people that confident. You know, those people. I'm really trying hard not to cuss right now, but
They make you
yeah,
want to cuss.
those people don't need that. Like that's not fair. That if you're sad and desperately longing for somebody, that should make you not find it. That
turns
fair.
people off.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's
when
not,
you're too thirsty, it's not a good look.
I'd like to have a talk with God about that and Jesus.
Right.
And you have to kind of fake it along the way. Like you got to act not desperate, even if you are, just for those
Right.
first couple dates till we get
Yeah.
around the
You
Oh
gotta
edges
yeah,
on
it's
it.
Act
all
like
a
you're not-
lie with me. Smoke and mirrors.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm pretending to act that I'm mentally stable constantly. It's just I'm totally normal
it's a
in
farce.
here. Everything's
It's
fine.
not real.
Yeah, oh, me too. I'm holding on by a very thin
Just-
thread.
people have no idea.
I'm unwell at best. Yeah. If you just even see me for 5 minutes in a hotel room, you can tell
Yeah.
I'm insane. Even when I do it in a hotel room, honestly, I just explode it like a deep emergency pig within
Yeah.
like 4 minutes.
You were just saying that, Tanner, that you do the same thing yesterday. That's funny.
I just destroy a hotel room. It's
so
you know,
fast. I'm like,
within
what's wrong
within
with
minutes,
me?
it's a mess, and I'm embarrassed. I put the
Yeah.
"Don't come in" sign on immediately because I don't want anybody to see my. I got to clean up before I let them in to clean up.
that sign should just say embarrassed.
Yeah, please don't come in embarrassed.
I am ashamed.
You're right. That's who I am, and it's like and that's who you are. Really, is who you
Yeah.
are in the first 12 minutes of being in a hotel room. And I'll tell you who I am: a deep, irreversible emergency pig.
It's just a tornado of emotions. It's a mess.
I love it. Oh,
but yeah,
man.
we were set up. So
Maybe that should be the episode.
The emergency pig.
Yeah, but either way, yeah, it's yeah, you can smell it.
Yeah, you can smell it. But we were set up, and my friend was like, because the steakhouse thing wasn't really cashing in for me, and we have a mutual friend, and she came with me to the steakhouse, and she was like, you know, you should be with the firemen. They work like, you know, comedians. They work 2 days on, 1 day off, or whatever. So I was like, oh, all right, that tracks. And then but I just figured she showed me a picture of my husband, and like his friend called him up and he was like, how would you like to meet a semi-famous Jewish jokester, which is just the least
That is
rousing
Wow, what an
phrase
intro.
I've ever
Yeah.
heard.
Coming to the stage.
I feel like you just show up in like a jester's outfit or something, some sort of like, you know, clown suit when you're set up like that. But like, because that leaves a lot, you know, like now you feel like you have to meet expectations
You got to
or
be
something.
funny
Yeah.
and like
Yeah. Jokester sounds exhausting. Yeah, I feel like I should have a jig prepared or
So
something.
a lot of guys are intimidated by like a super funny confident
women,
chick. I think
yeah.
it's great. What is your husband funny, or does he just let you kind of make the jokes?
He is like he's a good hang. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, he infuriates me. He gives me a lot of material because he has such an emotional desert. But he doesn't care.
Yeah.
But he definitely does not care. Like
Yeah.
I see. He's just down for any
That's cool.
any nonsense. It's it's like they're great audience members too. So now that I do all this firefighter material, they all come out. Like a lot of my audience is now firefighters.
So you got the firefighter
yes,
fan
first
base.
responder families.
That's
yeah,
great.
so-
Yeah.
And him being a little drier, it's kind of a compliment of each other. You know, it's like
Yes.
if both of you are trying to control the room on jokes, it can get a little hairy.
Right.
Like you got to have one that's playing that other role.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he's down for. Yeah, he's kind of up for anything. And when I mock him, he doesn't then watch the stand up and go like, "Oh, I'll adjust this or that." Everybody is laughing hysterically at it. He's just like, "Oh, that's awesome." You know, he's like, that guy's at the firehouse saw that joke. That was great. I mean, the special's called Big Guy, and then like he thinks it's great because he calls me Big Guy. But I'm like, but they're laughing at you. But he's like, "No, it's great. It's
He's
Big
like,
Guy,
it's fine.
like my Big Guy."
Where are they first responders at? In New York?
He's FDNY, so he's
FDNY.
a chief with FDNY. Yeah.
You're doing the voice.
got a
Sounds
big
like that
dog.
sounds like FDNY.
New York.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, it's like they pronounce it Foida, FIYA. Just
Wow.
like
Foida.
I would have never landed that if you didn't explain that all to
It
me.
sounds like a little kid trying to say what his daddy
Yeah,
does.
exactly.
Like, oh, daddy's a Foida.
Rachel Feinstein, you are so damn funny. At Helium Comedy Club all weekend. Is it 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow?
2 tonight, 2 tomorrow. Lots of Jaeger. Come to the late shows. I
Ooh.
think the early shows are going to sell out. So I think there's tickets. There's definitely tickets on the late show. So
Portland.heliumcomedy.com.
Everybody would be more drunk. Come hook up. Find a guy. Take Patty's advice. Bring a cake. Bring a lithium cake.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Hit the steakhouse and head over to Helium.
Yeah, there you go.
You might
You'll
meet
land it.
firemen, and I apologize ahead of time.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
big story.
This is our segment, The Big Story, where we go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. These aren't necessarily the biggest stories, just what we think the biggest stories are. Who wants to go first? Laura?
I can go first, sure. A new Star Wars trilogy is in the works because that's exactly what we need. But this one is actually not going to be a continuation of the Skywalker
Thank
saga,
God.
which is, episodes 1 through 9. It's going to be a new thing, different characters. I don't know. And nobody knows at this point whether or not any pre-existing characters will make an appearance, but that's not what this whole thing is about. And it doesn't sound like it's going to be, it might be Lucasfilms, but it doesn't sound like he's the mastermind behind it.
No, he sold it
Disney
years
owns
ago.
it all.
Yeah, so Simon Kinberg, who is one of the creative guys behind the X-Men movies.
Yeah, he's done some crap movies. I got to be honest. He's done some garbage.
He's going to be doing it. So, I don't know. Several other movies are in the works. We'll see.
He did like X-Men, it's some of the bad ones, like the ones that like nobody watched.
Oh, no. Well, hopefully he doesn't screw this up. But you never know. Like when John Favreau, is that how you say his name? Favreau. When he got the Mandalorian, it was like, oh, him?
Yeah, the
And
Mandalorian.
then he crushed.
The Mandalorian is Star Wars now. To me,
Yeah.
that's all that Star Wars is.
And
It's
maybe
just the
that's
Mandalorian.
what this is. It's an extension of trying to like dip into that well because that was success.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll watch it, but I'm not all like,
Not holding your
oh,
breath.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I know
I'm sure.
Cord is. Cord's rubbing himself with oil right
Yeah, he's full chub. The big story to me, Max is going to crack down on password sharing. I don't know if anyone in this room, I'm looking in one direction only, might be password sharing
Nope,
this.
I do not pass or share my Max password.
Oh, that's
with
all
anyone,
yours?
and I'm not stealing it from anybody.
Well, I'm really proud of you. They're going to, because you would be going down. They're cracking down. The CFO says that Warner Bros. Discovery, in their earnings call, that there's some real loose language and some soft messaging about password sharing. And in 25 and 2026, there is going to be a reckoning. So if you're shifty, you think you can get away with it, Godspeed, but likely start saving up your ducats for your own account.
Man, that sucks too, because I think HBO Max is one of the more spendy ones, isn't it?
And it's one of the better ones. It's like,
Yeah.
for me, it's Netflix
Right.
and HBO Max. So those are my two
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah.
Same.
I think the big story of the day is authorities are still searching for 43 monkeys that escaped from a South Carolina research lab. The police department says that dozens of these monkeys had escaped from Alpha Genesis Primate Research Center on Wednesday, which doesn't sound sketchy at all. That place doesn't sound sketchy.
Yeah, what are you
43
doing?
monkeys? just
43
escaped?
monkeys.
Like, who's responsible?
You must have straight up left the doors
Yeah,
open.
somebody opened the cage.
Like, so I feel like someone let them out.
As of
Yeah.
last night, the monkeys are still on the loose in the South Carolina woods. The sheriff is urging local residents to keep their doors and windows shut so the monkeys can't get in. Researchers use primates to conduct clinical trials for various treatments, but police say that the monkeys are looking to have the monkeys that they're looking for have never actually been like used for testing yet.
Mm-hmm.
But this is exactly how Planet of the Apes started.
And how sketchy is this? Like, imagine you're at your house, you live back in that area, and you look outside and there's 20 monkeys in the yard.
Yeah, that's.
And especially if like you just watched the movie.
Like, what is going on?
Or if you're
I knew it!
if you're currently watching the movie and then you look outside while the movie is on and there are apes outside.
Like there was one time I was watching the movie Arachnophobia, and the movie had just ended, and like the credits were rolling, and a dangler from the ceiling was like a foot in front of me,
And
and
he was waiting in the rafters that whole
I
time.
could have died. I think I did. I think I did die for at least 8 or 9 minutes.
Yeah.
I was dead.
Are monkeys mean? Or, like, in the movies, they're
They
chill.
can be.
They're all Curious George.
I think
but
they could be pissed. They could get mad and
They
like
get hungry.
I see these videos of people like going to meet monkeys in China and stuff, and they
Yeah.
attack and they throw things at you if you take their food.
They'll steal things, like
Yeah.
little
They'll
varmints.
take the Twinkie right out of your fat hand.
They will. They absolutely will.
No monkeys around here, please.
So anyway, monkeys still on the loose in South Carolina. Call your loved ones if you have some family there.
Hide
'cause-
your kids, hide your wife.
Exactly.
More on those stories at 1059thebrew.com. Your next chance to win $1,000 from the Cash Squatch happens right now.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
So I don't mean to be gross.
Uh-oh.
But Drew came in here this morning and he's like, oh, someone's destroyed the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's like 6 a.m. That is way too early to be dealing with that.
And then Laura goes into the hallway and she opens the door and I just hear this, Jesus.
Because
she
smells
smells
all
it.
the way down the hall.
I don't know who it is, but it is righteously terrible.
Well, I mean, to be fair, there aren't that many people here.
I think I know who it is, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
And
but none of those people who annihilated this wing of the building this morning is in this room.
Right.
No. And that, also, I would never want to be that guy. That's why, back when I would take a crap at work, I'd always go to a far off bathroom.
Yeah.
Say it a little less gross.
Well, I don't know.
Just dump at work.
Well, it's all pooping. It's all gross.
Yeah, Drew told us a funny story yesterday.
I haven't pooped in this building in 5 years.
Take a little toozy.
Drew told me a funny story yesterday. He goes, dude, I just went into the men's bathroom and there was a guy. You saw a guy going on. He was in the bathroom going number 2.
Smelled disgusting. And I walked in and he had his legs extended. So what that means
Excuse
so
me?
like, how when you use the bathroom, American style, I'll call it, your legs are at a 90, right?
Yeah.
So like knee bent, feet on the ground, you're earthed. This guy was feet up. And so just his legs are straight, heels on the ground.
Okay.
So like we have high chairs in here. I can't really show you.
Well, we're going to take a picture of it and put it on our Instagram at 1059
He must
The
have
Brew.
really been squeezing.
Is it we got to ask the question, is it weird to poop with when you're sitting down with your feet
legs
pushed out?
extended?
And so what, his heels are on the back on the
Just
floor?
his heels, straight leg.
Hold on.
All right, we got to
like,
take a picture of it.
like,
Come over here and do it.
Well, we need a chair. We'll just do it
We
at
need
a
like
commercial.
There's a chair in here.
A low chair.
Yeah, we need a lower one because, like, how low is a toilet seat? It's pretty low. We'll get one.
Yeah,
we'll get one.
We'll take it.
We got to get the photo up because is it weird to have your feet pushed extended out like that when you're pooping? I would say.
I think it's strange.
Yes.
Why? I mean,
Strange enough to walk in here and tell you, right? Like,
yeah, that is.
Did he have the pants all the way down, or because
His
sometimes
pants were down where
you
they're
pull them
supposed
like,
to be.
You know, because sometimes people you pull them to like just your thighs.
well, with them
No,
straight.
not with them stretched like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
they weren't plugged at the ankle though. You know, like where mine would be all the way down.
Beefwater just walked in. Let me ask you: is it weird to when you're sitting down at the toilet doing your number 2 to sit with your feet extended completely out so your heels are on the ground? Because that's what Drew saw in the bathroom here at work yesterday.
That sounds like somebody was having a painful experience.
Yeah, well,
because it
here,
feels
we
like
can
you would
try
be-
the
you
we can
would-
try the picture so you can see it.
I mean,
you
I
want to
know.
try?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I feel like you would just be really clenched.
Yeah.
If that were the case.
Well, I
right?
wasn't. That's why I came in to apologize.
All right, so
Okay,
Drew's
all
going to do
right,
like a
just-
wall sit type of a situation.
quick because I can't do this long.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Here
So
we
he
go.
was. So you're saying that he was.
just lounging.
Hold on. Don't. Oh, that's a good little workout, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wow.
He's slipping.
So there was a guy sitting on the toilet in the bathroom like that.
Yes.
So I take it this is the bathroom out by the elevator.
Yeah.
Third floor.
Maybe he was just stretching those hammies. You know.
It is a handicap stall. It has length, and it is. I do look at it, and I'm like, that's vastly underused.
So
the
you-
rest of that area.
And you know he was, because of the smell, you know he was pooping and not doing something
maybe
else.
he's got-
He was dropping a deuce.
Okay.
It was in your eyeballs.
Can we stop saying that?
What did I say? I said a different one last
Dropping
time.
dudes, taking crap. I just so
What word would you
Yeah,
think is
what's more
appropriate?
we know what he did. Let's just
So maybe he's
just
recovering.
avoid it.
That is way more inappropriate.
It's all too much for me right now.
then
Maybe
just-
he's
I
recovering
literally just had a sausage biscuit.
from
Honestly,
two blown out ACLs, and he's got his legs are in a fixed position right now.
Yeah. Is it
And-
strange? Is
And
it
his
weird?
tummy's all tore up from the pain meds.
You're saying it's not weird.
I'm saying there could be a reason for it. If that's the everyday style, there's probably something weird there.
Why
yes.
would extending your legs help you
I'm
in that
saying maybe
scenario?
he's recovering from like a knee surgery and he can't bend his
You've
legs
gone
yet.
all the way to that. He walked in there. I didn't see any crutches.
Well, did you look? Did you knock on the
I
door?
mean, I looked under the thing
For
enough to
crying
see
out
the
loud, Drew, you
stance.
should have just knocked and asked what the deal was.
You had about 30 seconds before you
First
passed
of
out
all,
from
why
the
are you in our
gas.
bathroom? Second of all, why are you sitting so weird?
Yeah, actually, Laura saw somebody
and
walk
third of
into
all,
our
why do
bathroom.
I have pink eye?
Yeah, Laura was in the hallway the other day and saw someone walk into our bathroom, and we get irritated when we see people from the first and second floor come to our floor.
You
and use
must
the bathroom.
confront them.
I
And
did.
Laura did.
I said, enjoy your poo.
Yeah, you must confront them. That is what I do.
Why so much poo talk?
I'm not. The,
Are you? Is that also offensive?
No, it's just when it's all
God.
together, it's a lot.
You know what
Well,
I
we're in
hate?
a
That-
we're in a very dirty situation.
Well, let's steer
All right,
away from it.
let's
Let's
dance.
pivot.
Let's
all right,
just
then
do-
stop dropping plops.
You stop talking about it.
well,
You give me a reason to drop the
Oh,
plops.
not the plop. I hate the plop.
The plop is like 10 of those words to me.
I have taken it upon myself to make everybody uncomfortable from not our floor that is in our bathroom.
Yeah, that's
I will
good.
look
As
them right
you
in
should.
the eye.
But
I
the
will
question still
confront them.
remains: is it weird? Is it
I
weird
think
to
it is
poop with your
weird.
legs extended out?
Well, I think
straight.
if there's a reason for it, then
There's
that's
not a
that dude's
reason.
business.
There's
If
no
that's-
98197 is our Lazy Boy text line. You can also shoot us a text message at 98197.
It's weird.
Maybe he was having a terrible stomach cramp and he just needed to try and get some relief.
Yeah. Yeah,
You don't know. We're not living
Usually,
that
if,
person's
if
life.
I
But
have
I
a-
hear that
if
the
I have
squatty
a
potty position
terrible
is better for that.
Stomach cramp. I am like in a ball.
Yeah.
I'm not stretched out.
Maybe that was his version of the ball.
You got to retreat to somewhere else. Like
plank.
if you're at home and you're having a stomach issue and you need to get it all positiony,
Yeah.
that's fine. This is a teamwork makes the dream work in a public restroom. You don't work it out in here.
I say it's weird. It sounds like Beefwater's saying it's not
I
weird.
have a feeling he extends
But
the
the-
legs.
I don't, but I'm saying that's a very abnormal. Like I've never even. It never even
right.
occurred to me that somebody would be sitting on a toilet that way, which leads me to believe there's something maybe going wrong with the guy.
So, okay, if there's nothing going on with him, would you say that it's weird?
Yeah, absolutely. I've already said that.
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I
You guys
think
don't listen.
3 weirds in here. Or 4 weirds.
Yeah, I was going
We
to say,
all
are you feeling all right with it?
This person from 2738 says that it is definitely weird who poops with their legs extended straight. 9596 says you don't lock your legs even when pooping.
and
Yeah,
that is
that's a
true.
good rule of thumb.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever, because even if you're in the forest, you don't lock your legs at any point.
Yeah.
And we're sure.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think I've ever dropped a deuce with my legs straight in any in any scenario. Can you think of a time
No,
you've done it?
I sit crisscross applesauce.
That is.
He likes the back of the calf on the seat.
Yeah.
98197 is our Lazy Boy text line. Your call's coming up. Is it weird to go number 2 to relieve your bowels with your legs extended straight? Everyone in here is saying yes. I'm saying.
I'm waiting.
I'm thinking anyway.
So I'm waiting for a medical doctor to tell us we're all wrong.
Yeah.
This person's
Blake,
got
this
it.
is actually the proper way of doing things.
Real quick, this hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is dollar. Log on 1059thebrew.com, enter the keyword dollar, and you could score $1,000.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
It's 105.9 The Brew, Tanner, Drew, and Laura. This hour's keyword for your shot at $1,000 in cash is dollar.
Dollar.
So log on 1059thebrew.com. It takes less than 30 seconds. You can do this on your cell phone or your desktop if you're already at work. Just go to 1059thebrew.com and enter the keyword dollar to win $1,000. Drew's got sports coming up here in just a few minutes. What do you have?
Big weekend in college football. We'll tell you where you can find your favorite teams.
That's right after the Peppers on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for...
1, 2, 3! And now, Brew Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, last night, Ravens-Bengals ended up being quite the barn burner, but in the end, the Ravens were able to hold on 35-34 to get the job done after both quarterbacks threw 4 touchdowns each. It was definitely fun to watch. My kids were like, hey, Dad, you know what would be fun? We should, watch a family movie. And I looked at them, and I was like, I love you guys, right?
It's like, have you seen the score?
But this is historical, what's happening right here. And we were fighting for 80%. I really wanted that number to go 16-4 in the first 20 games, and we landed it last night. Remember, Laura was doubting us and giving me the ears and the ahs.
I just said the Ravens were going to win, and they did.
Well, you almost were right all the way across the board because they were up 7 with just a few minutes left, but Burrow and company made it close but missed the 2-point conversion. After the game, it was Lamar Jackson talking about the battle.
I just know that's a great quarterback over there. It's a lot of great quarterbacks in the league, not just us two. And it's a divisional game. I just know it's gonna be a dog fight regardless, cause he got dog in him.
Got that, dog. Now, you want to keep an eye this weekend on college football because we're rounding the corner. Just 3 games left in the regular season before conference championships and that playoff. You can see number 2 Ohio State take on Purdue, which you'll have your eyes on. Also, Miami still undefeated. That's the Ducks' old coach. Imagine meeting them in the big dance. And, of course, the Oregon Ducks will be going out at 4 o'clock against Maryland, favored by 25 points. If you're at a book that allows it, be careful. One of these is going to be close. Maybe not this one, though. Go Ducks. There's your sports.
Thank you very much. All right, coming up. First, actually, let me get you this keyword one more time for your shot at $1,000 in cash.
Okay.
From the Cash Squatch, be a pretty dope way to kick off the weekend. And I'm trying to think what I would buy. I think it'd go right to probably Amazon. I'd buy a bunch. There's a bunch of stuff in my cart right now. Like I put a bunch. I don't know if you guys do that too, where you like, oh, I want that, so you just throw it in your cart for later.
I definitely do. You know, Black Friday's coming up, so
There's
I
a good point.
mean, yeah.
Man, Costco's got these monster steaks. Like now we're getting into the holidays. They're like throwing shoulder at
Yeah,
you.
right.
I would just love to go to town on something I don't even need.
Right? $1,000 to do just that. The keyword is dollar. Go to 1059thebrew.com right now. Enter the keyword dollar and you can score $1,000.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes.
All right, in the last segment, we were asking the question, is it weird to go number 2 in a public restroom with your
or any restroom
with your legs completely extended out. Yes, I guess it would even be weird if you were at home with your legs.
I don't care if
completely
you're in
extended out
private
and
or
locked.
public.
Drew goes into the bathroom here at the radio station yesterday. There's somebody in the stall doing their thing, and Drew sees that they've got their legs. They're on the toilet doing their business, and they've got their legs extended out to where their knees are kind of locked.
And this isn't
and their heels are up.
This isn't a very private bathroom. I'd call it the most public bathroom in the building. Right, if you think about it.
And it's just a weird way to go to the bathroom, and I think it's a very strange way to sit when you're doing that.
I just didn't think that was the way that the physics work. Like you straighten them out, it locks it up.
Yeah.
Closes
and my
it
hammies
off.
are so tight that sounds painful.
It doesn't even if you're not going to the bathroom, that seems like an uncomfortable way to sit.
I stretch my hammies every day because mine are those are the tightest things on my body.
It's like a razor blade.
And it's like, I feel like I'm dying. Like this is how I die, is stretching a hammy.
Yeah.
Well, if you stretched every time you went to the bathroom, like this guy, you'd be just
That's
loose
true.
as
Maybe
possible.
maybe he's just working on his splits or something.
Yeah,
you know,
some
I don't know.
advanced yoga posing.
Yes, Beef Water?
I was just thinking that we should maybe just roll downstairs and just go person to person. You lock your legs? You lock your legs in the bathroom?
I saw the shoes. If the person made the mistake of wearing the same shoes.
So this is great.
I just need to see your feet.
Share those shoes with me. I will keep an eye out.
Who's the leg locking deucer?
Whose shoes?
Bring him to me.
And I will head downstairs to the smoking circle, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
I think I've got him in a pair of gray Adidas. I mean, don't be mean to everyone in gray Adidas. But that's what I got him in.
But judge them.
Yeah, but no, they're a suspect.
Here's some talkback messages we got through the iHeartRadio app. Is it weird to do what that guy was doing?
What's up, Brew Crew? When I go to the bar, I blow it up every time. I don't know why. Once I get there, my guts start to hurt, and I just blow it up.
My God.
I'm sure
What's happening this
smells
morning?
it.
Wait, what is
Oh,
that?
and I'm sure everyone smells it.
I'm sure everybody else smells it.
No.
With the villain's
That is
laugh.
awful.
If it happened to you once or twice or whatever, yeah, that's normal behavior. But if you know that you're basically milking one,
what you just described as IBS, my friend.
yeah, and try and hit that before you get there.
Right.
Morning, Brew Crew. Hey, on the leg extended bathroom thing, maybe this guy's got a humongous member.
All right.
And he's got to hold it up, keep it out of the water, just spitballing here, but, that could be the issue. Happy Friday, everybody. Bing bong.
It's disgusting, and I regret playing that back.
It's not always a blessing to have all that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got an equilibrium issue, and he felt like he was getting poured out of the back
No,
of a
listen,
dump
he's
truck.
weird.
That doesn't make
It's
any
weird.
sense. No.
The whole thing's weird, and there's no excuse for it.
Yeah, Casey's giving him any ailment to get it out. I think he has a peanut allergy and his ankles are swollen.
I'm just looking at the other side of the coin and trying to figure out why one would sit like that, because
raised wrong
until this this conversation came up.
Raised in the woods.
Never even.
You ever seen
occurred to
Walk
me it was
Like a
possible.
Man with Howie Mandel? That
Yeah.
guy could pee better than this.
It's true.
It's very odd. But anyway, I think it's strange. This is kind of interesting. What's Maynard James Keenan from Tool's favorite tool?
A crescent wrench.
Socket
Is
wrench.
it a crescent wrench?
Oh, no? Okay.
And I've never actually thought about that. Like, what is his favorite tool?
A tamper.
But on an episode of Bert
tamper?
Bert Kreischer's podcast, the Bertcast,
Oh, boy.
I do believe he is clothed when he does this
I think
podcast.
Bert Kreischer is his favorite tool, perhaps.
The Tool frontman finally revealed his favorite tool. He says a battery-operated pneumatic nail gun.
Okay.
Oh, those are cool.
Okay, that is a cool tool.
He says, I remembered when it was like a canister and it would clog up and get all effed up. The newer ones, you can charge the battery and you really get some stuff done. He said S, but
One of the great 80s fight scenes is have you seen the Lethal Weapon nail gun fight in the Unfinished House?
I don't think I remember that one.
A nail gun at that level, it's the da-doom!
Oh, yeah.
And so as you're fighting, every one is a bullet, basically.
Compressed air.
Yeah, he doesn't like tools. He likes guns, apparently, because that nail gun is basically a weapon.
Yeah, because I was thinking I guess a nail gun is handheld, but something a little simpler. You know what I mean? Like a hammer.
That's why I
or
said
a
tamper.
screwdriver.
A tamper
What's
is just
a tamper?
It's that big flat piece of metal that has a giant handle on it, and you slam it into the ground to flatten it.
Anytime I walk by a construction site and I see them rocking the nail gun, I'm like, God, that looks fun. It looks so satisfying to build a house.
Yeah.
Your bare hands.
And the repetition of it. When pop, pop, pop.
Ta-tang, ta-tang. I love it.
Like when they're roofing.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
Like, pop, 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 pop.
I love it, man. I want to do that. So if anyone lets me to come over, just do that. And then I'll eat your lunch and then I'll go home.
They're like, here, crawl up on the roof first. Like, can I do one down here?
Yeah, right. Also, where's the
killing me.
ham sandwich?
Does the 3-second rule for dropped food really work?
First of all, I thought it was 5 seconds.
I've heard 9. I've heard, like when my friend
I think
worked
it's
at
5
friend worked at Dairy Queen. This is 25 years ago. My friend worked at Dairy Queen, and he
The
said
rule
they had
does not apply at Dairy Queen.
He said there was a 10-second rule there because he said that the chicken strips would come in like a big plastic bag, and they were so thick that you'd have to smash the bag on the floor to get the thing to burst open, and then the frozen chicken strips would slide all over the floor. And he said you had 10 seconds to pick them all up.
That's absolutely wrong.
That's what he said. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying
it's pretty gross.
I mean, it's better that they were frozen than
don't you
fully
fry
cooked,
all
I guess.
don't you fry the cockroaches right off of those?
Don't matter though.
I don't
Well,
think so.
I don't think
I'd be pretty
that-
upset if I found out I was eating floor.
Yeah, me too.
Floor tendies.
There's no way that one time works for everything because there are two main things that go into this. Not all ground is created equal, like carpet versus dirt versus mud versus sand. I mean, we've got so many options there. And then when it comes to the food itself, like it's funny you bring this up because when were there donuts here? 2 days ago?
Yeah.
2 days ago, I had a donut and that was sitting on a paper plate and it fell off. It was a hard donut onto carpet. I picked it up. It looked fine. What am I going to throw it out?
No way.
No.
Not a perfectly
So
good donut.
that glazed twist was fine, but if that was into mud or sand or it was a wet donut,
Right, yeah, if
like
the
a
donut
jelly
was
top,
wet.
Because if it was a sticky donut, and
Then it would've been ruined.
You like a hair stuck to it. You
Gross.
can't.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Gross.
a
even
wet,
if
sticky donut.
even if it seems like a clean floor, that wet donut
because
is going to
like,
pick up anything.
It's the micro germs that you got to
Right.
be worried about.
100%. According to the health department, anything that hits the ground is trash.
Like the
So
second-
there is
the
no-
second it
there
hits
is- there is no. It's dead.
Well, on ITV's This Morning, Dr. Zoe Williams examined the 3-second rule for drop food, and a study revealed that while quick retrieval reduces contamination, like if you do it really quickly, I guess it does help, but the type of food matters more.
Okay.
They say sugary and salty items resist bacteria better. Here's Dr. Zoe on the 3-second rule for dropped food.
There was a slight difference depending on the amount of time. So there is a thread of truth that the quicker you pick it up, the less contaminated it might be. But what they actually found was it depends more on the type of food.
If it's sloppy.
So if it's high in sugar or salt, then bacteria find it less likely to contaminate it. So they found that a piece of ham didn't seem to get contaminated, but also whether the food is dry or wet.
Right.
Tip top diddly bop, is it salty?
I'm glad that she's on the same page as us.
Yeah.
Not all created equal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
But-
it's not saying that you're wrong if you drop something and eat it, but from a professional restaurant perspective,
Right,
Totally
I think it's
different.
I think
story.
it's different if you drop something in your own house as opposed
Yeah.
to dropping something at a restaurant where you're going to serve it to somebody.
Yeah, because that's not your choice. You don't
Yeah,
get to
right.
choose if Tanner's my customer, I don't get to choose if I want to give him that food.
Yeah.
I can only choose to wear that bullet myself.
I wouldn't say a
Right.
thing. I'd be serving all you guys. I wouldn't say a word.
But don't you think
eat them floor tendies.
I never get sick, and I think it's partially because I'm okay with some
I ate
micro
dirt
germs.
as a child.
I
And
will eat
continue
anything.
to.
I
Not
will eat
anything.
any germs.
But these people who still they're in a mask all the time because something might happen. You don't have an immune system anymore.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
That's why if I ever have kids, I'm just going to throw them right on a public bathroom floor. So
I
crawl
sneeze
around.
on my kids, cough.
Open mouth
all the
sneeze.
time. Ha ha! Ha-cha! That's how you do it with your mouth open. Try it.
So there it is. Yeah, they say it just depends on the food. So,
Yeah, that checks
maybe my
out.
friend you said Casey, he was wrong, but maybe
yeah,
he was
I think
right.
he's in a professional setting. There's no
Yeah,
right.
you
Well,
fry
what about
those
you?
germs right away.
What about
Right
you
off.
three? I said I'll eat it off the ground. What about you
It
three?
depends on what it is, sure. Like,
Yeah, I would eat the donut that you dropped on the ground the other day.
I would have eaten that,
I'd
yeah.
eat that. Yeah.
I dropped a piece of pizza on the floor the other day at my house. I did not eat it because
It had different style
Well, you
ingredient.
look because especially with pets, it's like
Yes,
there's hair on it. I can't do
For
that.
one, it landed face down.
Yeah, because it always does.
So it was
you know?
it was pepperoni and dog hair pizza, and I decided
Yeah.
not to have that.
and when you have more, right? Like you had a whole pizza there, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So
if it was the last slice, maybe.
I would have eaten the whole thing. I would have
Yeah,
picked that
yeah,
hair right
yeah,
off and eaten it.
Cooper, we're closer tonight.
But yeah, it just depends on what it is. 9187 is our Lazy Boy text line. In less than an hour, tickets to go see Disturbed. Hang on.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Got a few talkback messages to listen to regarding our last topic, which is this guy. I don't know. We're sorry if it's gross, but this dude was going number 2 in the bathroom. Drew saw it and thought it was weird that he was in the stall, sitting down on the toilet with his legs extended out completely, like he was stretching his hammies with his heels on the ground, toes up.
Yeah, which is a strange position.
I've never sat at the toilet like that.
I don't think I have either.
I feel like the rubber of my shoes need to meet the road. Like I need them flat.
Flat-footed. Yeah.
Here's some talkback messages.
Hey, Brew Crew. It would only be worse if he stood up to wipe. I've seen people do that. It's weird through the stalls, you know.
Good morning, guys. This is Connie from Vacaville. I agree. That position with your legs totally straight is weird. And with a woman, even a man, you've got your butt cheeks squeezed together. So if you do poop, it's going to be really messy. So I don't get it at all. Even if you just got to go pee, it's still a weird position.
What has the show become this morning?
It is. It's a good point, though, and that's why I said the physics don't work out. Like, you're turning this into a panini.
Yeah, you don't want to smush that.
Yeah. Very weird show this morning. Yeah. A lot of butts. A lot of butts on today's show.
Hey, guys, on the whole bathroom thing, I just think it's kind of creepy and weird that somebody be checking out what somebody else is doing in the bathroom.
Yeah, Drew.
Little privacy, please. Have a good one, guys.
Explain yourself.
You can see under the stall from the urinal.
Yeah, especially when you walk in that handicapped
You walk
stall
right
at
at
the
it.
end.
That's how we saw the guy laying down in there once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like when
God.
whoever like strings a long strand of toilet paper, like one single vertical blind.
Yeah,
in the crack.
Oh, do people do that?
Oh yeah, it's like a 9-year trick. It'll stay there for a while, then the custodian will take it down, and then somebody will be like, "Dude, they can see," because you look right in their eyes.
Yeah, I
if
put
it's
it
not
back
there.
last time. I sat on it probably 2 or 3 months ago, and I put that toilet paper
It's funny.
right
cool
back.
with the
Every time I
TP
walk
right
in the
there.
bathroom and I see that strip of toilet paper there, it makes me laugh.
I
a
have
little bit.
never
And-
thought of doing that ever.
Part of the reason where I stay away from using public bathrooms is I hate being around people who do. So I mean, if you know me, you know that. And so I
don't
just
think
see
anybody, to be fair, nobody wants to be around somebody else who's pooping.
No, but like, I didn't go one time in high school at the school. I mean, that's how much I don't like it. I haven't gone here in 5 years. I am the guy. But I also saw his feet.
And
You live close enough though that you can just dart home real quick if in an emergency.
Yeah, I can hold it till noon.
I dated a girl once. It was like the first time she stayed at my house, and I didn't know this until like a year later. She told me, but I guess the first time she stayed at my house, at one point she woke up at about 4 a.m. and just had to fire off. And so she said she got in her car and drove home.
No.
And did her business, cleaned up, came back, and I never even knew it.
If it's the middle of the night, I'm using your bathroom. But any other time, I'm gonna probably leave.
Right. I mean, Laura will blow your
I'll do
bathroom
it.
up.
I've done it.
If they're sleeping over, it's got to be a forgivable offense, right? Like everybody poops.
Just you don't go in there for a few minutes. You just let it clear out.
You know, when you're real new, you run the sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that.
I'll be right back.
I do the sink move.
See, I can't run the sink because then they know what you're doing.
I feel like everyone knows, but I'd rather you hear that and then
Than
kind of know than
any
hear
of
just the actual sounds of what's
Kerplunk.
going in there.
Yeah.
I'll take a
Right.
nice, soft, bubbling stream over whatever.
When you turn on the bathtub, though, that's when you know problems are happening.
the base.
The date's actually over at that point. Here's one more talk back.
Hey, Brew Crew. I know one thing for sure. I definitely eat food off of Laura if it fell on her.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Okay, that was not the question.
That's an invitation.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's,
nope.
That's not creepy at all.
No.
But thank you for your talk back. You can send us one anytime. Download the iHeartRadio app for your cell phone. It's free. Once you have the Brew streaming, press the microphone button. All right, what would you do with the $1,000? Think about it, because your next chance to win $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is coming up right after Jet on the Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, it's basically Christmas time.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally, people in my neighborhood are already putting lights up on their houses. There's one person's got their tree up in their living room. And it's the first house you see when you turn into the neighborhood. It's in their living room, right there in the window, fully decorated, fully lit. And that's been up since the day after Halloween.
Yeah, I think you're going to see more of that early stuff this year because Thanksgiving's so late. So I think a lot of people start that when Thanksgiving wraps, they start getting into the Christmas, and you're not going to have that lead time that you need this year.
It's the latest it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that means that our break and entering Christmas is creeping up on us. So we are looking for a family in need this year, a family that really, really, really deserves it. We're looking for someone who probably wasn't expecting to have a Christmas unless they got something like this.
Exactly. And we're going to have the ability to change that for somebody.
If you have a friend or a family member or a coworker that you know who's struggling, they've got a couple of kids, they've hit some hard times, whether it's financially or there's a tragedy in the family, or I don't know. There's people have all sorts of things going on.
Even if it's just like day-to-day life, like things happen. And even if, I would love to see somebody who's just like working their butt off and still can't quite get on top of it. You know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah. Right. And to put them in a position where they can put their feet up in that lazy boy, they can sleep in a comfortable bed, have a fridge full of food and gifts on Christmas morning.
And go crash on a new mattress.
Yep. I remember there was one family we took care of that, I think it was the dad who was working 2 shifts, or maybe it was the mom who was working 2 shifts a day. She worked a morning shift, she came home, did something with the kids, and then went to work again.
Had to work all night.
And it's bonkers. So if you know somebody, just think about it. You probably know somebody who's struggling. Go to 1059thebrew.com. Tell us about that family. As much information as you can give us. How many kids they have. What their interests are. What their sizes are, because we'll get them clothes, What kind of food they like, because we're going to get them, groceries as well.
Yeah.
And, of course, we're going to show up at the tree. Tons and tons of presents.
And Casey's going to carry it all in.
Absolutely. I'm going to put it all on my back.
Just like Santa.
And I'm just going to drag it all in there. Show up all with sweaty lip.
Just one sack, just like Santa.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Can Beef get a water over here?
Somebody get this man out of my house.
Anybody else seeing spots?
So you have until December 1st to nominate this family. Go to 1059thebrew.com today or sometime this weekend. Tell us a little bit about them. And they could be getting a breaking and ending Christmas. Thanks to Mattress World. Thanks to McLaughlin Chevrolet and Lazy Boy. As of now, I'm sure we'll have many more sponsors added to this, but
get some.
It's exciting, Beefwater, yes?
It's very exciting. It's one of my favorite things of the year that we do, and I always enjoy the process of doing B&E.
Yeah.
And there's a sense of accomplishment. As soon as you have that email sent off, it's out of your hands. You've done your part.
Right. 1059thebrew.com. Log on. We still have Disturbed tickets coming up here in a little bit. It's Happy Friday. We're commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy on the Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, here we go. This hour's keyword for you, chance at $1,000 in cash. It's the easiest grand you've ever made, unless you work for your uncle or something. And you just
And he doesn't make you do
phone
anything.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And has he got any openings?
The keyword is check. Log on. You can do this with your cell phone or your desktop. 1059thebrew.com is a website. As soon as you get there, a box will pop up. It's like the first thing you'll see. Type in the keyword check, and then all you got to do is keep an eye on your cell phone, because we could call you back in minutes with the cash.
That's right.
Check to 1059thebrew.com.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
105.9 The Brew. Portland's Rock Station. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Coming up next, we are going to play the David Dramoff game for tickets to go see Disturbed. David Draymond of Disturbed's got one incredible voice. You know, the first time I heard, I think Down with the Sickness was the first single. At least it was the first one I heard.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that, see, I can't even do it.
You're like, what
sound-
the hell is that?
You guys heard about all those monkeys that escaped the laboratory.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the sound
Yeah.
they made as they exited
Right.
the door.
It's just an impressive vocal range that the dude's got. So, well, let's see if you can pull it off this morning. We're gonna get 3 people on the phone. I'm gonna play the Down with the Sickness song. I'm gonna stop it at a certain point, and then you have to do the It's as good as I got.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'm sure you can do better. I think the ladies yesterday did better than that.
Yeah.
We had 3 good ones going at it yesterday.
866-445-1059 is the phone number. Looking for callers 10, 11, and 12. The David Dramoff game coming up right after Green Day. Happy Friday. We're commercial free on 105.9 The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, we got a couple of talkback messages to play before we play our game, the David Dramoff game. Of course, you can send us a talkback anytime. Just download the iHeartRadio app for yourself.
So it sounds like you guys are talking about pooping in public.
Oh, for God's sakes, do we really have to?
You guys invite me over, I'll drop a deuce.
I can't anymore.
We're not going to do that. No.
God's sakes.
Come on over. We're gonna finish
No,
this.
you just gotta.
You want war?
Go ahead, poop on the second floor.
Yeah, there you go.
Just go straight.
I
to
don't
number
think
2.
they even allow access to, or can you get to theirs?
I
don't think you can.
I think you can get. Oh,
Can
maybe
you?
not. I don't
To their
know.
bathroom? No, their
On
bathroom's
second.
behind
It's
a key
behind the
card.
wall.
Ours is open, so that's how they walk to.
Bummer.
Yeah, and they leave
irritating.
their key carded one and come to the public.
Yeah, right. Another talkback message.
Hey, Brew Crew, I just called about dropping the food on Laura. She's playing hard to get, but I like a good chase. All in reality, I'm single, she's single. What do I got to do, Brew Crew? Help me out, get a date with Laura. Let's make a thing out of this.
Wow, he's really adamant about going
A lot
on a
of
date
single
with you.
men out there.
Well, let's
Eating like
start
a
with
turkey
your-
sandwich off your stomach.
Yeah, we're gonna start with your W-2. Just gonna give it a look.
Yeah.
See if you're
Laura-
financially viable.
From what I understand,
Yeah.
I'll just speak for her. She's not. She tries to separate dating from listener life. You know, like she doesn't date
Oh,
listeners.
thanks for speaking for me, Tanner.
Well, I mean, you've told us that
You
before.
have said that.
I mean, that is true.
Okay, well then why are you coming at me?
He's defending you.
I'm defending you.
Speaking for me.
I am defending
It's a
your
tough-
honor because you are just a woman.
right,
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by Coffee.
For God's sake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks for taking the words right out of his mouth.
Yeah. Which you took out of my mouth.
You're right.
I-
I should have let you say it. I'm
Laura doesn't date listeners until Mr. Right happens to listen to the show. You never know, because
If you-
that's
if- I
like
guess
saying
if
I
you
don't
start-
date people in Portland.
If you
don't
start-
know.
Are you saying that everybody in Portland listens to the show?
Not today, but they probably have
Wow.
at some point on accident.
No,
I
dude,
mean,
we listen. Hold on, I'm going to say that's wrong because I've been on the air here since 2009.
Oh, there
and
are
I'll-
plenty of
and I'll be at a
people who have
party and they're
no
like, "Hey, what do you do
idea."
for a living?" And I'll be like, "I work for 105.9 The Brew. My name's Tanner." And they're like, they'll look at me dead face and they have no idea what I'm talking about.
Their favorite line is always, "Oh, I don't listen to the radio."
People still listen to the radio.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I will
yeah.
uppercut you like Mortal Kombat.
I should probably
But-
note that I was being fully sarcastic that everybody would ever
'Cause
listen to
no, like,
a radio show.
I mean,
We've been on the
you
air
never
for,
know.
We've
You
been on the
never
air
know.
forever, and I feel like people should know, and then people will not know, and they have no idea how much it crushes me on the inside.
I just
No,
hate
I
because
like it.
I try to dodge that thing at all costs, but it's when a third party goes, "Have you heard of his show?" And you're like, "Don't!"
Oh, I hate when people
I
do
have
that.
Don't!
I have-
And then it's a no, and you're like, "That's why we don't do this."
I have one friend who does it every
Thank
time, and I'm like,
you.
"Girl."
You know, this is Laura from the Brew.
Yeah.
Girl, what is that?
We're not gonna hang out.
We're a recycling group.
Yeah, we're not gonna hang out anymore.
Yeah. I actually went on a date with a guy recently who, as soon as he walked in, he's like, "I knew who you were already."
And so
I
you
was
just
like,
killed it.
Date's over.
I'm like, "Bye, see you later." Yeah.
Well, there it is.
But what if he was chiseled and funny and successful and motivated?
That's weird. I
You
don't
see,
think
Prince
any of
Charmings
I
don't exist.
They don't. I don't think any of those guys exist in the world right now. No.
You're being very negative towards men in the last 7 minutes.
Yeah. Have you met me, Drew? I mean, come on now.
Let's play this game real fast. Bumming me out. Laura's making me sad.
It's the only thing I'm good at.
No,
She's got the market cornered.
Yeah.
Let's meet our contestants. All right, on the phone to do the David Dramoff game and give us their best David Draymond, David Draymond impression will win the Disturbed tickets. Let's go to Stacy. Good morning, Stacy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very well. Are you a big Disturbed fan?
I am.
Have you ever seen them live before?
Love them. I have not.
Awesome.
Ooh, big
I
moment.
have not been to a concert in a long time, so it would be a big moment for me.
Okay, well, let's see if you can pull it off. Now, we're the judges, so we're going to let all three people go, and then we'll decide when it's all said and done. But
Okay.
hopefully you can bring it. Here we go. I'm going to give you the clip, and then I'm going to stop it, and then you got to do the ooh-ah part.
Okay.
All right, a few more ooh-ah-ahs in there that needed to be in there.
It sounded
That's
like
fine.
howler monkey.
All right, hang on the phone. Hang on the phone, Stacy. We'll get the other contestants on here and see how they do.
Anything's possible.
Calling from Vancouver, his name is Eric. What up, Eric?
What's going on, Brew Crew?
Not much, man. What about you? You ever seen Disturbed before?
I have a couple of times, and
Oh.
they never disappoint. They are amazing.
All right, dude. Well, I'm going to do the same thing for you. I'm going to play the song and then stop it, and you got to do your thing.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Oh my God, is he good? Like, did he choke?
Yeah, you all right? You choke.
And good, you didn't mean talented.
Hang on, buddy. All right, that's not bad from Eric there. Our final contestant is calling from Sandy. Her name is Ashley. Good morning, Ashley.
Morning, everybody.
What about you? Have you seen Disturbed live?
No, but it's on my bucket list.
All right.
We've played this song so many times this week. Am I the only one who's caught up that I think somebody's cell phone went off when they were recording this or something? Can you, I mean, when you hear this time, somebody's cell phone goes off like in this
In the
intro.
background?
All right, let me listen.
You hear that? There was a ring.
Yeah, I hear it.
I don't hear it. All right,
All right, sorry, I'm ruining the game.
I didn't hear it, but
I think you're hearing things in your head.
Probably.
Wow!
I gave up halfway through.
we have too many ahs, not enough ahs.
And I saw your eyes,
Dry
Laura.
throat in the morning. Dang it.
You heard that cell phone that time.
I got my vote.
I got
know-
mine.
I know who
Okay.
I'm going for. Laura, who you gonna pick? Is it Stacy, Eric, or Ashley?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with Ashley.
All right. Drew, who's your horse?
It's gotta be the only one who didn't butcher it, Stacy.
I also am gonna go for Stacy. So
Yeah,
congratulations,
yeah.
Stacy. You just got yourself tickets to Disturb.
First time.
What are we looking for?
Stacy, you there?
Oh.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Listen, you've never seen Disturbed, and this is going to be your first, and it was well earned. Let's hear that. Let's hear that ooh, ah, 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 one more time.
There's a lot of odds, but yeah, she's got the right. She's got
I
the right
know.
sentiment.
All right, hang on the phone. We will see you at the Disturbed concert in May. It's going to be a great show, man. Hang on the phone. I'm excited because Nothing More is going to be there, and I love Nothing More.
Oh, nice.
A great
And
band.
who's the third one? The
Yes.
Dot?
It's Daughtry.
Daughtry.
Who goes
Yeah,
first?
Daughtry goes
probably
first, of
Daughtry.
course.
Oh, no,
Get
I
him the
bet
hell out of there.
No, I
It's
bet
American-
Nothing More goes first.
No
yes,
way.
because Daughtry has a
Daughtry-
song with Disturbed.
Nothing More's got.
He
so
can
does
still come out
Nothing
later.
More. Nothing More's got a song with Disturbed.
Oh, maybe they'll
Right
do
now,
some
and it's
sort
hot.
of like
It's hot on-
trio thing.
I hope all three come out and play the Joker or something.
Yeah, or like,
Yeah.
Just some other song.
Steve Miller? What the?
Yeah, we love Steve Miller Band.
All right, this hour's keyword. Let's get it to you one more time because you have until 10 o'clock to get it in to win $1,000.
Yep.
And the keyword is check. 1059thebrew.com's a website. Enter the keyword check to win $1,000.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Now, what's trending?
I'll tell you what's trending is Casey Beefwater Bay's nipples in that T-shirt.
They are cutting.
He could cut glass.
He keeps getting bigger, and the shirt stays the same size.
No, it's just nerves, and it was a little chilly of a walk back.
Yeah,
you get nervous coming in here?
Yeah, you guys always make me nervous.
Beefwater's yelling like wearing like a pea yellow Hungry Hippos T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I just see.
I love that there's a daily breakdown of my attire.
Lemonade yellow,
pastel yellow, but it is also like if you had an electrolyte, it's that color.
Yeah. Also, lemonade is the color of urine, so I'm gonna go with urine yellow.
I mean, I guess depending on how dehydrated you are,
Yeah.
Mine looks like sun tea.
Well, Beefwater, when you came in, I didn't even see your face.
I don't doubt that. Actually,
I just saw your nip nops through that T-shirt. So.
Whoa!
Well, stop looking at my no-no zone.
I can't help it.
I mean, honestly, from this angle, the right one's staring at me.
Well, I do it for you.
It's like Laura when there's a guy in here in gray sweatpants. You just can't stop looking at the bulge. Mm-hmm. And I can't stop looking at those.
Hey, how about we get back to business?
I can't. Look at those. Look at those pepperonis.
This is business.
Do you have big areolas?
Giant.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I bet
You've
you have.
seen his areolas.
It looks like basically two birthmarks that look like the shape of Oklahoma.
Our video feed today, you've heard of YouTube. This is YouMoob.
I like it. Yeah, youmoob.com.
I like it.
Don't Google that.
Anyway, what's trending?
And online at 1059thebrew.com. Hey, don't you rush me. I will talk about your nipples as long as I'd like.
It actually works because there is a video feed and that's trending worldwide.
1059thebrew.com if you see the beef
from
knobs.
coast to coast.
Look, I just gave it a nice shot right into the camera.
Oh my goodness!
So
do it again.
yesterday we were talking about the guy that was arrested wearing a dinosaur costume.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have the video of it now. So I thought it was one of those inflatable ones.
It's not.
But no, it's more like a cloth.
It's like a onesie.
Yeah, it's kind of like a onesie. Yeah. But you can
Still,
see him in the
though.
dinosaur costume, cuffed and stuffed in the back seat. It just that's
was
not
his
your
crime?
proudest moment. I can't remember.
I think he robbed a couple of places.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Robbery.
Dude,
Like a violent
you got to
crime.
be more incognito. You got to blend in. Dinosaurs don't.
And also with the inflatable costume, like I can imagine that would be a little more difficult to take off. But if you're wearing a onesie, one zip done. Like get rid of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would.
Zip and go.
Yeah.
Yesterday's Donkey Show podcast also got pretty personal. Laura was very offended at some things
I was not offended.
that we didn't or did not say to her. So go listen
You
to
were
it.
irked. How about that?
I just thought it was comical. That's all.
Just go listen to yesterday's Donkey Show podcast at 1059thebrew.com. All right, we got a couple of text messages in from things we've been talking about this morning. Let's see here. So earlier we were talking about this dude here at work. It's not for our company. He works for a different company in the building, but comes to our floor to use the restroom.
As they all do.
It's really annoying because they don't want to like poo on their floor and
No, they
embarrass
want to
themselves.
come up here and make our floor smell like an ashtray.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it back to the office if you do it up here.
ashtray.
Yeah, well, it's all the same.
So Drew walks into the bathroom yesterday and sees a guy in the bathroom stall with his legs locked. Like his legs are out, his heels are on the ground with his toes pointed up, and he's got his legs basically locked while he's sitting on the toilet doing his business.
Tips up.
We asked, is that normal? Is that weird? Because I think it's pretty weird. 9669 says it's weird for sure. But think of it like a set break. You walk in and it was already blown up, right? He had just finished fighting for his life and he was taking a break between reps.
He's got a leg cramp. He's just trying to get that thing out of there.
Yeah, I've never had what if you had like a Charlie horse on the toilet?
Oh,
you
that
got
would
to
be
point the toe.
terrible.
Yeah.
Come hell or high water, you got to point that toe.
Honestly, I think maybe you should have checked on him. Is he okay?
But like I said, the heels were on the ground and the feet were up, almost like Wicked Witch of the West style.
There's no place like home.
Yeah.
We were also talking about how long, like the 3-minute rule. Is it okay to drop food on the floor and pick it up and eat it if it's under 3 minutes?
3 seconds.
3 seconds.
3 minutes would be
4
incredible.
days. We're talking about the 4-day rule.
Sorry,
1
3 seconds.
fortnight.
This person gave us the 5-minute rule.
Minutes?
5 minutes is a long time.
Think about it, just drop that pizza and set a timer. See how long 5 minutes
lot.
is.
Yeah.
Get ants up on there.
Fat Thor says, have you ever dropped a peanut M&M on a hardwood floor and then let it roll a little bit? That thing will be covered in so much hair, it's disgusting. Anything on the floor is a no-go for Fat Thor.
Peanut M&M, I would think you'd be able to. Wait. It's
Yeah,
got,
well,
it's got a
that's saying
slick
it's got a
shell.
hard coating on it.
He of all people, I would have thought would give it at least a 5-second.
100%.
I saw him
would have
eat.
thought.
I saw him eat half of a stranger's taquito.
So why wouldn't you eat it off the floor?
But I mean, it's a taquito.
The guy will drink a glass of vodka, but it stops here.
God, a full pint.
Well, I respect it.
4457 says, the wife says people eating stuff off the floor. You've never watched Osmosis Jones? I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a cartoon, I think.
Oh, well,
right?
no, I haven't. But you know what? My kids eat off the floor all the time. They're fine. Like, I've got a 1-year-old who has eaten so much ground food this week. She's fine.
So there it is. Thank you for the
She ate a
talkbacks.
goldfish off the ground. I mean, she's fine.
That's crazy.
Like not the cracker. Like
She's a survivor. Actually, it was a guppy. Let's give her some credit. It's a little more flavorful.
All right.
She's going to love seafood when she grows up.
She
though.
will. I mean, she's British. She's just getting ready for the fish and chip.
When she can talk, she's going to be like, tinned fish, please.
Yeah, it's just hard to get guppy at a restaurant.
All right, that does it for us. I'm exhausted. Want to go home. Oh, what is that?
Oh, yeah, we got
Beef
Zerd
water.
tickets.
Stuff to give away.
It's my Feeling Froggy Friday. I got some tickets for the Trailblazers if people want to go to the game on Sunday.
Okay.
I got 3 pairs if you want to go see the Blazers take on the Grizzlies. They're having the Native American Heritage Celebration.
All right.
And you've been to that, Tanner, and said it was actually
It's
pretty
actually
fun.
a lot of fun. It's cool to watch. They do some pretty impressive things down there. So, yeah, caller, what, you would just give him the caller 10?
Whatever. I got 3 pair. If you're feeling froggy and you want to go to the game on Sunday, give us a ring.
All right, callers 10, 11, and 12, actually.
Boom!
866-445-1059. If you want to go to Sunday's Blazers game, hit us up, and we'll hook them up right now.
Go Zers.
If you want $1,000 in cash, though, your next chance is coming up next. Court's got a keyword for you. As soon as you hear it, you got to log on to 1059thebrew.com to win. Good luck and bye!